Please be seated. The Chancellor, Dr. Sarah Perry, will now open the ceremony and deliver the opening address.
I declare this graduation ceremony open. It is just the most enormous pleasure for me and such a privilege to welcome graduands and colleagues from the School of Health and Social Care and all your partners, parents, families and friends and all our university guests. Your families and friends have travelled from across the country and many from across the whole world to be part of today's celebration. But for those of you whose loved ones have not been able to make the journey here today, this graduation ceremony is being streamed right now, live all across the world. So I want to extend the warmest Essex Spring Day welcome to all of those who are watching and listening remotely. I really want you to feel just as much part of today as all of the people are here with us. So we are going to do something with technology to bring you to Essex with the rest of us. The cameras are going to pan across the auditorium, and I would like everybody here to do your best to greet those watching us all over the world with a wave. So we will now begin. You may feel slightly foolish, but I know you have it in you. So begin your waving. If you see yourself in the camera, you can adjust your lipstick or your hair. Superb. This is what we mean when we say the Essex family. Thank you so much for doing that, and welcome everybody. Now, I know that some of you who are here today are postgraduate students. You are old hands. You need no guidance from me on what is about to unfold. But some of you, both graduands and family and friends, may be beginning to wonder what on earth you have let yourselves in for. So I'm going to give you some advice. I'm sure that most of you will have attended a wedding or a birthday party or a music festival. Well, now try to imagine that for some very strange reason, all those three things are happening at once in a shining modern theatre in an ancient Essex woodland, and that you are here part of it today. Most importantly, what you are about to see is the moment when the whole university pauses to recognise all your hard work and to celebrate your amazing achievements. I promise you that every single person here knows exactly what you have undertaken to reach this moment. And we are so glad to be here with you today to congratulate you on the successful award of your degree. Now, I was at university rather a long time ago, before smartphones, for example, although we did have Converse trainers even then, which is partly why I insist on wearing them. But I do remember it very, very well. And I know that some of you will have balanced your studies with the responsibilities of caring for children, or of others, or of employment, and yet for all of those challenges, here you are today. And this year in particular, this university has seen some very sad times which have brought us together in companionship and sorrow and in remembrance. But I also know that for all those challenges and difficulties, there are hours and days from your time here at Essex that is going to sustain your intellect and your soul for the rest of your life. And I know that what you have learnt here at Essex will equip you to take your place as a citizen of the world, always learning, always challenging, always raising your voice when it must be heard, always willing to listen and to have humility, but always ready to act and to make things new. Our world is full of wonder and full of fellowship and full of joy, but it is not always peaceful and it's not always easy. And now you are going out into that world equipped to do everything you can to make it a better place, because you know and I know that even the smallest action can make the most significant change for good. One of the truly great qualities of an Essex education is that it is both local and wonderfully international. 36% of our graduates come from right here in Essex. It's a far higher percentage than other universities, which I'm always telling other chancellors when I meet them. This means that we are enriching the Essex community and enabling our students to gain degrees when, for all kinds of reasons, it might not be possible to live far from home. But at the same time as being local and being deeply embedded in Essex, you are now a part of a family of graduates from 150 countries, all of you setting out on the next stage of your life with the true Essex spirit. And we must remember that Essex has always welcomed every kind of person. Many, many centuries ago, people from all over the European and African continents came here to Essex with the Romans. And the Windrush first docked here in Essex at Tilbury. So I want you to know that you are taking with you this university's commitment to accepting and valuing anybody from wherever they are and for whoever they are. Now, I am an Essex girl, and I am sometimes asked, what does it mean to be an Essex girl? Especially when they see I'm wearing Converse trainers and not white stiletto heels. They ask me, what is the spirit of Essex? And this is what I tell them. We are willing to speak up for the common good, especially when people would prefer us to keep silent. We are willing to act and to make change for the better, especially if that disrupts the ordinary way of doing things. We are willing to be seen when others might prefer us to hide away and not be seen. And we don't do that because it's easy, but because in a world where it is so easy to be passive and so easy to say nothing, it's necessary that we act and speak. And it's always easier to act and speak together. And so I really want to encourage you to keep in touch with your Essex family. Some of you I know will be setting out on further postgraduate study. Some of you will be setting out on all kinds of exciting paths through employment or other professional qualifications. But whatever your next step, I want you to remember that you are part of this enormous family of 125,000 Essex graduates from every continent on earth. Now, I used to say I assume there is an Essex graduate on every continent on earth, and then I had an email from a gentleman confirming that there is an Essex graduate right now on Antarctica. So we really do have the whole world covered. It's never been easier to keep in touch with old friends. So after the ceremony, do make sure you collect your alumnus card from Square 5, and that will keep you in touch with your Essex family. Now, naturally, every single graduate here can recite the Essex University motto, but on the off chance you have forgotten, I shall now remind you. It is thought the harder, heart the keener, which comes from the ancient poem from Essex, The Battle of Malden. But I want to tell you about another line in that poem that I love very much. Just as the soldiers fighting this battle in Essex were beginning to be so weary they thought they couldn't go on, their leader came down and he spoke to them, and this is what he said. Go forth as good comrades. Please remember that whatever your battle, your fight will be easier if you go forth as good friends. Now, one of the joys of these ceremonies is coming together to celebrate all the different disciplines studied and taught at Essex, all of them, perhaps especially what you have been studying, vital to the flourishing and the health of your local communities. The poet John Donne wrote this: "No man is an island, entire of itself. Each man is a part of the continent, a piece of the main." Today, here, you are not just an individual celebrating your individual success. You have just become an absolutely essential, unique, and completely irreplaceable part of this world and all of our hopes for its future. Today is the climax of your studies, the moment when you can finally pause and breathe and say, "I did it." But this is not the end. This is your beginning. And you will find, as you move on to your next adventure, either here at Essex or further out in the world, I promise you, you're going to discover that every single day is a new beginning and the possibility of a new adventure, new friends, and new sights. This happened to me just a few days ago. I was sitting at home watching Severance, waiting to eat my tea, when I noticed two children I'd never seen before hanging out outside the front of my house. And I thought, I wonder what on earth they're doing. And then eventually they plucked up the courage to come and knock on the front door. And when I opened the door, I saw these two children I'd never seen before holding a Tupperware box. And they said, "We heard that you like writing books about space, so we've made you some cupcakes." And I opened the Tupperware box, and there were two cupcakes decorated with little chocolate planets on them. So we had a lovely chat about space, and I asked them if they knew that there was going to be a partial solar eclipse that weekend. And they had no idea. So we talked about solar eclipses, and the next day I put a letter through their letterbox with 2 pairs of eclipse glasses, told them it was going to start at 10 o'clock, and say I look forward to them watching it. Saturday came, 10 o'clock came, I went out into the back garden, and a few minutes later I heard from all the gardens down the end of the road, children and their parents exclaiming that they were seeing a solar eclipse. They could see it starting to happen. Some of us were neighbours, some of us were strangers, some of us had never met before, but we were all brought together seeing something strange and wonderful and new. Now, you may never have wanted to see a partial solar eclipse, which I would think is very odd, but I will try to understand. But the rest of your life is waiting for you, and you get to choose your own adventure. Perhaps you want further study, more training, a new career, something that you learn unexpectedly at your time here in Essex, something that you haven't even discovered yet, and it might occur to you when you wake up in the morning with a little bit of a headache. And you'll be struck with a new hope, a new hobby, a new direction. So this is your beginning. I hope your time at Essex has really helped you find out who you are and all the things you're capable of. And I hope it's given you a real fire to go out and make the world a better place, even in the smallest of your day-to-day actions. We all want you to go out from here onto your next adventure, your new beginning. Listen with respect to every view, but be very sure and certain of your own. If you're ever lonely, remember you're always a part of Essex. If you're ever scared, remember that only a frightened person can be brave. Be excited by the world and be exciting. Be amazed and be amazing. And never ever stop going after your own sun and stars. Thank you. We shall now proceed to the conferment of the degrees, but we have some very important business to attend to first. Now, we know that the University of Essex has a worldwide reputation for its research, for the satisfaction of its students, and for the superlative quality of its teaching, but I will let you into a secret. It also has a worldwide reputation for having the loudest, the most boisterous, the most joyful, and the most exuberant graduation ceremonies that are ever seen under this sun. So I'm going to give you license to absolutely bring the house down during this ceremony. I want them to hear us in Ipswich and Norwich, okay? That's what we're aiming for. Cheer for your own loved ones and your own family members, but remember this is a big family and you can cheer for everybody. So we're going to practice, okay? Fill your lungs with air, get yourself ready. And when I say the next very, very important phrase, I'm going to encourage you to whoop and to cheer and to celebrate so loudly the roof lifts off by a good 6 or 7 inches. Are you ready? Okay. I confer on all eligible graduands present at this ceremony in person or in absentia the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which they are entitled. Very good. Excellent.
Professor Winifred Ebo, Dean of the School of Health and Social Care, will now introduce the school.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, invited guests, graduates, families and friends, I'm honoured to be here today as the Dean of Health and Social Care. To all our graduates, today is an important day in your lives, both to celebrate your tremendous achievement and the beginning of your professional journeys. It's an important moment and a day of celebration, a day to recognise your hard work, dedication and success. The ever-changing environment of health and social care means that our graduates will face different opportunities as well as challenges, but we are confident that they will navigate the complexities well and be a success. I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to families and friends who have supported our graduates through this journey. I'm sure you are all very proud of them. This is a time of celebration, and we at the School of Health and Social Care have been honoured to walk this journey with them. As they go forward, we want them to remain true to their values, keeping their integrity, and also remembering to be themselves. It's really important that you enjoy today and that because you have deserved it and you've earned it, and you deserve the very best the profession offers. Today, we're going to celebrate our doctorate in clinical psychology and nursing students graduate. The School of Health and Social Care is a dynamic and diverse community. As we've heard from our Chancellor, we have students from all over the world. And also, our practitioners provide the best possible research and evidence-based education. We encompass different disciplines that reflect the length and breadth of health and social care. I want to thank our academics and professional services staff who have supported our students. I also want to extend thanks to stakeholders, including trust partners, our service user reference group, district councils, and voluntary sector organizations, just to name a few. Our staff undertake research that are local, national, international, and so we have researchers who come from world-recognized organizations and agencies. We have particular research by one of our colleagues here, Danny Taggett, who has done exceptional work with the Cabinet Office in Northern Ireland. And we've also got other researchers that have brought in up to 5 million in research grants. Our students who undertake apprenticeship, undergraduate and postgraduate programs benefit from a wealth of knowledgeable staff who have at the heart of their interaction, equality, diversity and inclusivity, reflected in our approach to teaching and learning. We want every student to feel included, valued, and respected. Finally, to all our graduates, I wish you the very best in your professional journey and life. Thank you.
Professor Camille Cronin from the School of Health and Social Care will now present the graduates.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, the following graduates from the School of Health and Social Care, Nursing and Health Sciences are present. For the degree of Professional Doctorate, Rebecca Pulford. For the degree of Integrated Masters in Science, Owumayokun Abel Adadek. Adimola Adigbayo. Adinike Deborah Adielu. Julopa Biloma Adiomi. Martin Nagebi Zuji. Esther Ibodi Ayula. John Chikochi Chukwuyiro. Ekihomola Jidi. Zarina Mugozu. Ifeoma Loveth Ojobu. Matthew Onyika Unu. Oziema Perpetua Unuta. Ezinwanye Roslyn Oyika. Uwu Jeffrey Oronzeyi. Priscilla Ozi Ayen Aman. Elizabeth Shaba. Ifi Ubibi. Steve Ejike Wright. Lillian Eualia Edenham. For the degree of postgraduate certificate, Chloe Heath. Evidoxie Manu. Shaha Sapir. Sharon Safro. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Rosella Katabay. Mary Acha. Ufanke Abozode Alade Opie. Hello. Akua Engestina. Hannah Anulu Wapo Agonsoyi. Lawrence Aldrin. Judy Allison. We need that a bit louder, don't we? And Esther Bazidi Adewumi Fadeyi. Grace Annan. Kim Armstrong. Carla Azevedo Candias. Aliyah Baker Williams. Zoe Balls. Amy Belton. Emma Johns. Rebecca Blyton. Gemma Louise Bonner. Marcy Brading. Natasha Haley Branch. Tony Louise Burke. Stella Barobi. Jasmine Ade Yeju. Louise Carlin. Castleton. Rumbideza Chiquitora Melin. Anna Chingere Kuru. Nicole Louise Cleveland. Lara da Silva Adrilino. Ma Cassandra Claire Uruga Korea. Charlie Dwent Smith. Theophile Durumesi Tolonle. Mavis Dorday. Sandra Dua. Tracy Ann Edwards. Zoe Elcock. Natasha Ely. Ella May English. Laura Evans. Maxine Evans. Megan Rose Evans. Jasmine Few. Ulubisi Fanisha. Obidemi Oyinka Fasuku. Joanne Marie Fisher. Hayley Fogarty. Shayi Falarin. Charlotte Fatilia. Amy Gartham Wyatt. Felicity Abba Garshon. Katie Gillingham. Amos Gito. Rachel Gittins. Groves. Daniel Hassler. Samantha Holland. Chelsea Hubbard. Colin Hudson. Amy Humphreys. Holly Marie Hunt. Laura Hurst. Jessica Ear. Blanka Jaglowska. Recipient of 2023-24, the BSc Nursing Prize for Best Performance. The Pearson Education Award for Outstanding Student Achievement in Adult Nursing on the Colchester campus, Grant Hibbert. Corelia John. Deveen Kenaha. Annika Kerr. Gregory Gilgallen. Taylor J. Kington. Tony Langridge. Jonah Lanuza. Anna Donko Nivulu Lake. Jessine Lorento de Adrade Ramos. Louise Tracy McIver. Jardine McCree. Binu Maiden Lembu. Anne Mann. Fiona Manuel. Nompuelo Mapua. Camilla Matthews. Maureen Maviani. Danielle Lee McLean. Jacqueline McVittis. Samantha Michael. Elsa Nate. Gina Mihai. Chelsea Jade Mills. Belinda Siri Muma. Asia Omar. Yvonne Wambi Murigu. Mere Na Vukardre. Stacey Louise Noakes. Nana Ni Singha. Abiola Anguringde. Chidira and Fiona Uguzi. Pamela Ojelabi. Elohor Ruth Ovi. Deborah Oyedei. Shona Perry. Eva Pifoska. Amy Prince. Abigail Punchgart. Mufasa Rayman. Marie Oyetunde. Sabina Rahman. Charlie Ransom. Lauren Raymond. Zaria Reed. Rusetti Ariane Roma. Elvin Reyes. Tara Reynolds. Jessica Rich. Robert Salmon. Bani Sinka Sarpong. Thombizodwa Sakite. Rebecca Spite. Ray Spencer. Sophie Elizabeth Spicer. Julia Sunny. Lauren Heather Ashling. Ashley Angel Fernando Tan. Ryan Tapley. Tara Taylor. Alex Templar. Jessica Ann Thomas. Ogiwene di Total Awi Ruku. Samantha Tai. Katie Gibson. Christiana Wazak. Bridget Wallington. Nadine Warner. Maria Watkins. India Watson. Kerry Lee White. Nicola Ray Wildman. Emma Willis. Kerry Wilson. Zach Woolley. Nakuruka Wright. Norman Manyedezi Yahweh Yura. Simona Mikalikova. Sunday Adiega. Grace Faluki Adiwela. Omalola Adisola. Yitende Stella Adiomo. Abiwemze Akua. Olakitan Femi Ajayi. Amiwe Lola Asheshe. Shirley Anyam Osigwe. Eric Apia Numa. Christian Bloser. Gina Priscilla Bello. Linda Askew. Linda Amma Bayi. Linda Biokayi. Peace Chidinma Chiogozi. Kimberly Janice Dunn. Osamade Umadi. Taiwei Josephine Fayemi. Angela Forstyke. Gifty Omojola George. Christelle Gray. Sarah Louise Halliday. Joanne Hargreaves. Recipient of the 2023-24 BSc Nursing Adult Prize for Best Performance, Isaac Herbert. Miriam Chindinma Abine Ukandu. Victoria Abidemi Abidun. Martina Uche Iwachiwuku. Mawawuka Kambamba. Alice Jackson. Bongani Matthew Jackson. Peter James. Recipient of the 2023-24 Kimmy Eldridge Service Enhancement Prize goes to Nicole Jones. Danielle Kings. Zoe Nag. Alice Kenway. Justine Kabiga. David Madomu. Melanie Massoero. Ibrahima Mendy. Adinaike Muju. Kumbulani Moyo. Bonita Mugamu. Christina Marura. Chiwuka Wachuwu. Stella Ijoma Nwei. Dixon Denke Odami. Ayomo Bardele Timioto Adan Lamy. Patrick Okolo. Tabore Okoto Gady. Frida Osata Omo Ruyi. Kira O'Neill. Jonathan Oseyande Osamien Damon. Osiegbe Patience Osiolfo. Sarah Potts. Emma Roberts. Flora Carle Vangi. Lynette Semwayo. Freya Sinclair. Ayoko Reddelela Soleja. Ogbo Saray. Deborah Shuyi Ayue. For the degree of Foundation Degree of Science, May Archer. Kirsten Barton. Kim Behan. Rowena Emily Rebecca Booth. Samantha Craighill. Lauren Hanna. Keely Jacks. Claire Elizabeth Liddamore. Joanne Ram. Alexandra Gillian Scott Hornsby. Kaylee Jane Denley. Lauren Mason. Molly McFedries. Rianne Scally. Chloe Taylor. For the degree of Diploma of Higher Education, Kimberly Sarah McLean. Neelam Rai. Christiana Sojobi. Zoe Elizabeth Stanbridge. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the School of Health and Social Care, Nursing, Health Sciences.
Dr. Danny Taggart from the School of Health and Social Care will now present the graduands.
Pro-Chancellor, the following graduands from the School of Health and Social Care, Clinical Psychology and Psychological Wellbeing Practice subject group are present. For the degree of Professional Doctorate, Danielle Lauren Arnold. Blessing Bakari. Edward Balls. Laura Brady. Natalie Brunston. Ailish Gallagher. Rebecca Gillies. Hannah Griffin. Emily Hall. Sharon Lynn Harwood. Cara Knight. Kate Maguire, Emily Munger, Indiana Montague, Katie Sidney, Georgia Smith, David Simpson, the recipient of the 2024-25 Doctorate in Clinical Psychology Best Overall Academic Performance, Gemma Shoesmith. Sadia Ria, Tamara Nadine Sancho, Harkirat Verdi, Haley Warman, for the degree of postgraduate certificate, Asia Ousman Musa Batrain. Nathan Choi, Kelly Fowler, Chioma Wilson, Diana B. Jans Keen, Ebro DP, Emily Easter, Abby Naraya Kulara Nayan, Magdalena Lapagruska, Josie Matthews, Ren A. Lee Merchant, Katrina Phillimore, Chloe Rothschild, Phoebe Louise Watson, Ellie Wiseman, for the degree of graduate certificate, KZI Gaifamai Bado, Poppy Baker, Tierney Collins, Samantha Tanya Creighton, Sayyida Islam, Magdalena Chemtai Moss. Safia Raymond. Kaylee Ring. Amber Valley Muhammad. Charlotte Hannah Walters. Sam Ward. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduands from the School of Health and Social Care, Clinical Psychology and Psychological Wellbeing Practice Subject Group.
Lily May Cameron, the President of the Essex Students' Union, will now address our new graduates.
Good afternoon, family and friends, faculty members, and of course, the reason that we are all here today, our most important people of the day, our 2025 graduating class. After countless hours in the library, lectures, study sessions, and probably a lot of sleepless all-nighters, you've reached this milestone, the culmination of all of your hard work and the collection of your degree certificate. You have achieved something incredible and mastered something really difficult. All of us at the Students' Union are incredibly proud of you. But your time at Essex was never just about earning a degree certificate, though. It's all those little moments in between that truly defined your journey. The catch-ups with friends after class, the spontaneous plans that turned into some of your best memories, the last-minute submissions that you just managed to pull off. And for those of you on this campus, the many times you found yourself lost trying to find your lecture room. These shared experiences have not only earned you a degree, but have also helped you further prepare to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead in all of your future careers. But none of this happened alone. Behind every graduate is a family, an Essex family. Whether it was your classmates, roommates, lecturers, sport coaches, or any of the great staff here, the people around you shaped your experience. Together, you built an Essex community that lifts each other up, and the connections you have made will stay with you long after today. I hope you always remember this place, not just for the lectures and the deadlines, but for the moments you laughed, struggled, celebrated, and grew, and most importantly, all of the people that you have met here. With this in mind, graduates, before we continue, could we please take a moment to appreciate all of those who have supported you on this journey? Your family, friends, loved ones, lecturers, mentors, anyone who's played a part in your success. Whether they're here with you in the room or watching online, let's take a moment to thank them for all they have played in your achievement. So, thank you. And I do think this is probably the ceremony that's almost made me cry. So well done on that. You've really made me tear up a few times. It's been amazing. But one other thing I wanted to talk about that makes Essex special is how international we are as a community. For many of you, home might be quite far away, as our big Essex family stretches across the world. We are not just a world in one place. We are a community that spans continents, bringing together thousands of people from different backgrounds. And how lucky we are to share so many cultures, traditions, and perspectives in just one space. I recently caught myself using a phrase from another language that I'd never used before, something I'd picked up without even thinking. And I thought it's funny how, without realizing it, we absorb little pieces of the languages and cultures around us. And I'm sure I'm not the only one leaving Essex with a much wider and more open view of the world. I do truly believe there is no other place quite like this. And I encourage you to keep seeking, sharing, and celebrating the richness of the cultures that have shaped your journey here. So wherever life takes you next, whether it's a new job, more studies, or a well-earned break, know that Essex will always be a part of you. Together, we truly demonstrate that family isn't just defined by genetics, but by the connections that we create and the community that we build together. So stay in touch, hold each other close, never stop exploring the world around you. So, University of Essex, class of 2025, congratulations.
Next, the Chancellor will close the ceremony. After the procession has left the auditorium, please resume your seats to watch on the screens as our new graduates leave the auditorium and walk across the bridge to Square 5, where you can meet them. And as they do, I hope you'll join me in giving them a final flourish of applause. Chancellor.
Thank you, everybody, for the part you've played in this wonderful celebratory afternoon. And I now declare this very healthy, sociable and caring graduation ceremony closed.
If you feel able, please stand. you all for coming. Please enjoy the rest of your day.